Hello, happy new year to you all. I wish you a very happy new year and I wish that the new year will be very prosperous for all of you. Today I have decided to discuss a very important issue with you. And the issue is our attitude towards the deprived section of the society. Now, when we talk about the deprived section of our society, then we just come to the conclusion and we are reminded of the people like people who are living in slums, people who are vendors, people who are driving taxis, people who are doing works under a person or who are the subordinates to other people. So, in that way, we find many people of these kinds in our society. Whenever we see them, we just think that they are absolutely good for nothing. We have just turned a deaf ear and turned a blind eye towards their problems. We are devoid of sympathy for them. Now, this is a very painful situation in my view. Whenever I see this kind of situation, I just ponder what will be the future fate of our humanity. Because God has sent us to fulfill His aspirations of serving the people who are living on this earth and who are sharing this earth with us. But since we have become rich, then we have started thinking that we have got more authority over this world than the other people. Is this good for us? We are not supposed to think that we have got the dominance over this earth just because we have got immense money, immense power, immense wealth. So, is this give you the right to show the world that you are omnipotent and you have got all the right to do whatever you want, and people who are living in deprivation have of no rights to do anything in their life? I think this is not true. This is not good for us because if we find a person who is selling fruits or selling vegetables on the road and who is a vendor who is running his cart and who it becomes very difficult for him to keep both body and soul together, and he burns the candle at both ends in order to keeping both body and soul together. So in that way he lives his life, but whenever we look at him we just look down upon him. We just want to disdain him. We just think that he is a contemptuous fellow. So this is indeed a very painful thinking on our part. We will have to just change our perspective towards the people who are living in abject poverty. Because if they are in abject poverty, then it means the society is responsible for not giving them enough opportunity to thrive rapidly in this world. So, if they bear grudge against us, if they have any kind of malice against us, then they are right on their place because we are the people responsible for keeping them in this impoverished condition. If we had given them the opportunity to thrive rapidly in their lives, then they would have certainly achieved immense success in their life. So, in that way, eventually, we are responsible for the jeopardy of these people who are living in poverty or who are living without much resources. Now, suppose there is a taxi man driving his taxi, and if his taxi is is rammed with is contacted with the car, then all the people will start surrounding the place, and they will start abusing the person who is driving the taxi just because they think that he is the man responsible for this kind of accident. If he and if he is not at fault, even though he will be held responsible for that accident with the car, and the person who is driving the car starts showing his dominance over him, and he starts demanding money from him just because his taxi had collided with his car. So, is this true? In my view, this is not true because what had happened, that had happened inadvertently. And how can you blame the cab driver for the accident? Is it true? The car owner may also be at fault in that accident. So why do we raise fingers against the cab driver? So in that way, these are the situations which do matter the most in our life. And suppose a person goes to a restaurant and he is a amicable person before his friends. He talks amicably with his friends. He talks lovingly with his friends. And when it comes to talking, when it comes to talking with the waiter, the person starts showing a strange behavior with him. He starts showing that he is omnipotent and he is powerful man, whereas this waiter is supposed to listen to him patiently. And he starts abusing the waiter. He starts finding faults in the working style of the waiter. So in that way, he starts showing his dominance. Now, what is the need of showing the dominance to the waiter? Because the waiter is doing his work. We are not supposed to abuse him. We are not supposed to reprimand him just because he is a waiter. So these are the things which do make matters the worst. So in that way, and a person who is working under our supervision, if he is our subordinate, then we are not supposed to tease him. We are not supposed to show authority over him unnecessarily because it is not good for us. And if something unexpected happens, we abruptly comes to the conclusion that this is the man who is responsible for that situation. So in that way, let's pledge in this new world that we will certainly change our attitude towards the people who are living in deprivation, who are living without resources, who are living in abject poverty, and we will have to show the behaviors in the same way in which we talk with the other people because they have all right to get the same kind of treatment as we give the treatment to other people. So in that way, if we start thinking on these small things, then our life will certainly be very flourishing. Thank you.